Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. I'm Jenny and this is our Houston Smith home. So I'm sitting outside today on the front porch. It's a little chilly, so I'm not gonna be out here long, but it's the only place I could find a little bit of quiet to come out and film this intro video. The day I'm filming this is our first day of quarantine. My youngest has tested positive for you know what, so we're starting a quarantine around here, but I wanted to hop out here and get this intro video filmed so I could be sure and get a video out for y'all this week. I already had everything else filmed, and so I just need to edit. So I thought I'm gonna go ahead and get that done today while I'm feeling good and I know everything's okay. So this video is going to be 3 meal ideas. I'm gonna say supper ideas. What do you call it? Supper, dinner? We've always called it supper around here. So your evening meal, these are good ideas for supper. Also, they usually have good leftovers that you can take like for lunch the next day to work, or even you can make these meals and meal prep them for the week. So these, I hope, are some good ideas for you. I'm gonna say they're healthy. You can make them as healthy or not healthy as you would like, but I just think they're maybe a little bit something different, maybe give you some new ideas. If you like the video, be sure and give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hopefully next week we'll be back with the winter home tour. That's my plans, but like I said, if I'm on quarantine all week with 2 kids here, that's probably not going to happen. So you may have to bear with me on next week's video. We will just see what happens. But anyway, let's just go ahead and get started. I hope you enjoy. We're going to start out today with what I like to call salsa chicken. This is an easy recipe, and it is just a go-to for my family. So you're just going to need some chicken breast, 2 or 3 chicken breasts, a jar of salsa, and some taco seasoning. That's all you're going to need for this. I like to go ahead and make it in the crock pot. So you're just going to put your chicken breast right in the crock pot, and then I just like to trim off any excess fat or anything like that. And then you're just simply going to add your salsa, a whole jar of salsa. I really like to use my Aunt Teresa's homemade salsa that she makes in the summer, but I was out of that. So today I'm just using the Green Wise mild salsa. You can get as spicy or as mild as you like. And I'm just putting that on there. And then the recipe, the actual original recipe doesn't call for any water, but I do like to add just a little bit of water. So I'll fill up that jar maybe about halfway and just kind of make sure I get all the salsa out. And I'll just pour that right in. And I save a little bit, you'll see, actually, because I'm going to put the taco seasoning in there, and I'll pour the rest on top of the taco seasoning. So I just like to buy this little bulk can of the taco seasoning. And if you're doing that, you can put in 1/4 cup, or you can just simply do 1 packet. I like to cook mine on low for about 5 to 6 hours, or you could do this on high if you were in a little bit more of a hurry, probably 3 to 4 hours on high. And so here it has been cooking for 5 hours at this point. So I think it's ready to go ahead and shred. So I'm just going to take a couple of forks and go ahead and shred it. You will see quite a bit of liquid in there. And, you know, like I said, I did add that water, and the recipe didn't call for any water. So, but you'll see I'm going to shred this up, and then I'm going to put the lid back on and let it continue cooking for another 30 minutes to an hour. And it will thicken up quite a bit. And I just find if I don't add any water, it gets a little bit too dry for me and a little bit too thick. So that's just personal preference, and you can do whatever you like there. This is after about another hour of cooking on low, so you can see that thickened up quite a bit. And I just want to show you all the different ways that you can eat this. It's so versatile. You can do it on a wrap, which we love those low-carb wraps that you see there. You can do it on tortilla chips as nachos. We always just have some shredded cheese on hand. You can do shredded lettuce. You could do tomatoes, salsa, sour cream, any toppings you like. I just like to keep it really simple. And like I said, it's so versatile. You can make salads out of it. This particular night, this is my husband's plate. He wanted nachos. That's also what I like about it, because you can eat it. Everybody can eat it the same night, but you can eat it different ways. So he wanted nachos there, and then I just wanted mine on a wrap. So I just made a couple of wraps with a little bit of shredded cheese and a little bit of lettuce. Now this makes lots of leftovers, so this is the following night. I just put the whole crock pot in the fridge, and I just now got it out. We had a little bit of Mexican cheese there, and I just cooked up some rice. This is some jasmine rice. I just cooked it up in some chicken broth, and then I made some bowls. I did rice, I did this chicken, and then I just melted some of that queso cheese and put right on top. And like I said, you could make this healthier. You could add vegetables, lettuce, tomato, avocado, whatever toppings you like, but we just like to keep it simple. This one, I guess I'm just calling a one skillet meal. I don't really know what you would call it. I've been making this a little bit lately. I'm simply using hot dogs. These Applegate natural hot dogs are so good. Now, you could do this with like sausage or whatever kind of meat you wanted to do, but I'm just going to cut up those hot dogs. I'm going to do some of those little golden potatoes, onion, pepper. I'm going to cook it all up in one pan with some of that avocado oil. I'm just going to season it with garlic powder and salt. You can season it with any kind of seasonings you like. So I'm just starting out with a little bit of this avocado oil. I've been cooking with it. I use that or olive oil usually. And I'm just going to get started with cooking up some of these hot dogs. Just going to slice them up and throw them in the pan. I just like to let those hot dogs start browning up a little bit because I like mine really brown. So while I'm doing that, I'm just going to go ahead and start chopping up my vegetables, chopping up the onion, peppers, and the potatoes. You will see I'm no chef. I'm not good at all this, and I don't have any really fancy cookware or fancy things in my kitchen, which almost held me back from making videos like this because I don't have some of the top-notch things that I see on other people's videos. But oh well, I feel like this is real life, and I feel like most of the people that are watching my videos are probably in the same boat. So we're just going with it, using what we have. So I'm just putting those little hot dogs over to the side and putting a little bit more of that avocado oil in there, and I'm just going to put all of my vegetables right in the same pan. I didn't put any kind of seasonings on the hot dogs themselves, so I'm just seasoning up the potatoes with some garlic powder and some salt. And like I said, you can put any kind of seasonings you like. And then I did put the lid on there, so I just cooked them a little while with the lid on to let those potatoes start softening up. And now I'm just kind of stirring it all together. I'm sorry I'm not giving you like exact times on this because I just literally made this up and I'm just doing it as I go. So I don't really have any exact times there for you, but just keep that lid on until you start seeing that your onions are getting a little bit translucent, and you can take a fork and stick in those potatoes to see when they start softening up. So once that happens, then I like to go ahead and take the lid off and cook it up a little bit longer to sort of crisp everything up. So here's a look at it when it is pretty much done. And so for this, you've already got your meat and your potatoes, but I like to make a little side of some kind of vegetables. So I'm going to show you how I do my zucchini in the air fryer. I got that zucchini cut up, and I just cut it up into quarters, and now I'm just drizzling a little bit of avocado oil on it, and I'm going to season it up with some salt and garlic powder. And then I'll show you this cheesy seasoning. I picked it up at Trader Joe's. We don't have a Trader Joe's anywhere near us, but once a year my son has to go to a doctor's appointment where they have one, so we always stop in there and see what kind of goodies we can find, and we picked this up back in the fall. Cheesy seasoning blend. It is so good on vegetables, and it is phenomenal on popcorn. I love it on popcorn. It's so good. So I'm just going to give that a stir. I really should have put these in a bigger bowl, but I didn't, so I'm just stirring them around, and I'll shake them around really good when I get them in the air fryer. I'm going to pop these in the air fryer on 400 degrees for 15 minutes. And that's it. Super simple, and I would consider healthy meal. This is also very good to plate up for your meals to take to work the next day. Our last meal for today is going to be burger bowls. These are some of my favorite things to make. I've been on a kick with these lately, and you're just going to need some ground beef or some ground turkey. You can do whatever you like. An onion, some sweet potatoes, lettuce, pickles, and then whatever kind of dressing you like. If you do the Thousand Island dressing, that kind of gives it a Big Mac flavor, in my opinion. But the only thing I would advise here is just watch your serving sizes on your dressings, especially if you're trying to count calories or watch what you're eating. You know, just watch that. I prefer to do ranch dressing, and then I like to season my meat with this Famous Dave's steak and burger seasoning. I'm going to cut up my onion first. I'm just dicing it up into small little pieces, going ahead and getting it in the pan, and then I will add my ground beef to that. And like I said, you could do ground turkey. I like to use a leaner cut of ground beef. Today I just have what was on sale at Publix, and it's a little bit fattier. So what I'll do is once I get my ground beef cooked up, I will drain the grease off that. But you could easily do this with ground turkey as well. Or also, instead of actually cooking the ground meat like this, you could do burger patties and just top your salad with the patty itself. So that's another idea that you could do with this. While that meat is cooking up, I'm going to go ahead and work on my sweet potatoes. This is a huge sweet potato, so I'm only going to cook one today, but you can cook as many as you like. I'm going to do these in the air fryer. As you will see, I use my air fryer pretty much daily. I love that thing. So I'm just dicing these potatoes up into small pieces, and actually I go back and some of those bigger chunks I'm going to cut into a little bit smaller. They'll just cook up better that way. Just putting a little bit of that avocado oil, seasoning with the garlic powder and the sea salt, and then I will just pop those in the air fryer. I like to cook them on 400 degrees for 15 minutes. Now my meat is all done. I did go ahead and drain a little bit of grease off of this, and so it will be ready to assemble my bowls. I went ahead and washed up some lettuce, and then you'll see my sweet potatoes are done here. They turned out perfectly. I love them out of the air fryer like that. They are so good. I'm going to chop up some of these pickles, and then like I said, I do have a couple different dressing options, the Thousand Island, and then this is just some homemade ranch I always keep in the fridge. I just make it with the Hidden Valley packet, milk and mayonnaise. So again, on the dressings, just watch your portion sizes. Make sure you're not eating too much. That's just going to be empty calories. And there you go. I just put it all together in a bowl like a salad. You can put any toppings you like, anything you would normally put on a burger, you can put in this bowl. That is it for my video today. I hope that gave you some ideas for some meals this week. I hope that gave you a little inspiration to eat a little bit healthier, and hope you enjoyed the video, and we will see you next time. Bye.